Hello, my name is Gisselle Martinez, and this presentation will be about agriculture robots with a focus on Vegebots. Vegebots were created by Cambridge University in the UK. Vegebots are testing has been done on iceberg lettuces because it is a delicate and difficult crop to deal with. The reason to why the testing has been started off with iceberg lettuces is because engineers want to be able to start with one of the most difficult crop, so when they try to adjust their Vegebots to another crop later, it will not be as difficult. Here you can see a brief overview of all the parts of the Vegebot. Your question might be, how do all these parts work together? Here you can see the overhead camera, which we will be focusing on. Through the overhead camera, iceberg lettuces are identified as a ready or not ready crop to be harvested. These 4 images are examples of what the overhead camera sees. There are height differences and angle difference. This image shows what a not ready to be harvested lettuce looks like, which is these 4, and a ripe and ready for harvest lettuce. Here is the UR10 controller and the UR10 robot arm and the end effector. The UR10 controller is managed by a human, which controls the UR10 robot arm, that is the spine that moves the end effector. The end effector is the final step in which it is pushed downwards to the leaves of the lettuce by the UR10 arm. After the cutting carriage is used to cut and remove the lettuce from the ground. Again, here we can see the UR10 arm pushing the end effector downwards towards the leaves of the lettuce head. After that is done, here we can see when the end effector is completely all the way down, and then after that is done, the knife carriage is used to cut and remove the lettuce from the ground. The Vegebot will be used to harvest and cut the lettuce that is ripe. When the iceberg lettuce is not ripe, the Vegebot will leave it intact and will later come back when it is ripe, unless it is detected to have diseases. Labor costs and savings. Typically, field workers only pass through the fields once, taking any ripe and not ripe lettuce. The Vegebots can take multiple trips across fields to pick ripe crops and later pass again for the previously not ready but now ripe crops. Vegebots helps with labor shortages in agriculture. The UK will benefit from this because in the UK there are labor shortages in agriculture. The financial aspect, but still labor saving, is that less money will have to be invested in labor payroll. Ecological savings. A big point here will be less food waste. Going back to how field workers pick any ripe and not ripe iceberg lettuce means that they would just throw away the not ripe lettuce. Since the iceberg lettuce is harvested only when it is ripe with the Vegebots, there are less lettuces that go to waste. The financial aspect in this is that more ripe lettuces will be produced, meaning more financial income will be brought. The University of Cambridge in the UK had its students invest their time to create Vegebots, and G growers are the ones that are using and testing Vegebots. A little background on G's Fresh is that G's Fresh is an independent producer organization that is also located in the UK. What is the motive behind Vegebots? Vegebots were created to help resolve issues as to labor shortages and food waste management. Another point and motive is agritech will be encouraged to be used because iceberg lettuces are more difficult to harvest, meaning that the adjustment to other crops will be easier. The pros to using Vegebots will be that there will be less labor shortage problems, less heavy labor for workers, less food waste, more agritech being used, more data will be collected of lettuces through harvest. Vegebots will also be able to work more around the clock and pass more than once through fields. The cons to using Vegebots are that Vegebots are not as fast as humans. Lighting and weather can throw off the process of predicting if a lettuce is ripe or not. There is still a lot of work to be applied as to applying different testing scenarios, such as environmental, to the Vegebot. Vegebots also takes away job opportunities to workers on fields. Last but not least, here is my works cited. Thank you for listening to my presentation.